Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Xstatic TV. I'm James.
I'm Matt.
Good news is they haven't cut our budget, and unlike Charlie's Angels, there will be a third episode. On Xstatic tomorrow, there will be Blood Duster and Psychroptic. It's Blood Duster's second last gig in Tasmania and last in Launceston before they split up or call it a break. Psychroptic will also be playing new songs from their upcoming album, and we catch up with Simon Frech from 0 Degrees Freedom later in this episode.
For a bit of recovery on Sunday from the Blood Duster gig, people might want to get along to the Crooked Fiddle Band, who are playing at Irish Murphy's. We caught up with drummer Joe Gould and discussed their debut album Overgrown Tales and their work with Steve Albini. Alex Fair caught up with Aaron Damon, vocalist in The Dirty Love, who reveals that they're moving to Canada in search of fame and fortune.
Later in this episode, Matt and I catch up and have a bit of a chat with what we got up to with our weekend in Launceston. Hey guys, I'm here with Simon Frech from 0 Degrees Freedom. They'll be playing the Royal Oak Hotel with Psychroptic and Blood Duster this weekend. Simon, how are you feeling about the show?
Pretty good. Looking forward to it. Expecting a pretty good turnout actually. Should be, they're actually going to put some bouncers on, so get in early.
Oh sweet, going to be big then.
I reckon so, yeah.
And so it's not the first time you played with Psychroptic, obviously. Have you played with Blood Duster before?
Yeah, we've actually played both times. I've been up in Lonnie the last couple of times anyway, over the last few years, and both times we've had a really good turnout, so been very interesting gigs.
Oh, brilliant. And I hear you've got a first gig at Lloyd's for metal coming up as well.
Yeah, that's actually, we've had some issues with venues really, because things seem to go fine for a while, and then for some reason, there won't necessarily be an incident, but for some reason they'll just go, yeah, we're not really keen on metal being here anymore, so we've looked around and Lloyd's have stepped up to the plate, and yeah, it was actually a dude from Burnie who organised it. But,
Yeah, well, I mean, metal's usually been played at the Saloon, it's been played at the Royal Oak, as it will be this weekend.
It tends to vary, because we sort of go one place and then for some reason the management decide, yeah, we don't want metal, we want to put in a strip club or whatever it is at the time, and then yeah, we move to the next one and then it's fine for a while, and then so it'd be really good to see how things go at Lloyd's. It's a really big venue outside, and it's an outside venue, which would be good this time of year as well. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant. And, I know 0 Degrees have got a few things in the works. I hear you're doing some recording at the moment.
Yeah, well, we're working towards recording. We're still sorting out the details of where and when we're going to record, but we're looking at doing an EP between now and the end of the year. Hopefully, be ready for some release. We've got some gigs coming up in January, but we're still sorting out the details on those.
Oh, brilliant. And, what kind of stuff can people expect from it? Is it going to be a traditional kind of style, or?
No, it's we've played a few of them live. We'll actually be playing a couple of the songs on Friday, so come along and all that. But yeah, they're a bit of a diversion from the previous things, because we no longer have the keyboards in the band, so we've taken more of a guitar role, but still keep the atmospheric aspect in there, but using guitars rather than keyboards to achieve that.
Fantastic. And so, what are you going to say to people who might be watching at home? People checking it out. What are you going to say to get them along to these gigs to make them a success?
I won't wear the suit. I promise.
Brilliant. Well, there you go. Get along this weekend, guys. It might be Blood Duster. Well, it's definitely Blood Duster's last show in Tasmania. They're breaking up, and it may well be Psychroptic's last one in Launceston if not enough people come out. So, Royal Oak Hotel this weekend. Get amongst it.
So James, it was a pretty big weekend in Launceston in terms of music. We had the Jezebels play at Launceston Saloon Bar to an almost packed house. Luca Brasi launched their debut album at the Oak, and Skinny Jeans was on. What happened there?
Oh, Skinny Jeans was awesome, man. It always is. It's I don't know. There's a good mix of local bands, a couple of bands from Hobart. I mean, there's a fair few people there. It's a good night as usual, and yeah, Crazy 88s played, as well as King Carousel, and yeah, stand out definitely the 88s. They're kind of like they're a three-piece. They've got a sound. I don't know, you could describe it as a mix between White Stripes and The Who. You attended the Brazil launch, didn't you?
Yeah, a bit over 200 people would have showed up to see the boys launch their long-awaited album. As soon as they took the stage, of course, there were shoes up in the air, people, offering shoeies. They played with the good mates, Your Demise, who played a few new songs, so there could be something coming up from those guys in time. And they played with Wolfpack, who also, I believe, busily writing an EP, and a relatively new band called The Explosions. It's a good night around.
Sweet. A lot happening in music in Launceston.
Yeah, it seems to be. All right, first things first. Scotty, what did you think about James's fetching red jacket today?
Well, I'm hoping it was either a bet or something to do with a Peter Blake album cover, you know, sort of Sgt. Pepper-esque, but maybe not. We're hoping it's the bet anyway, so...
Well, you're here to tell us, give us a bit of an update about festival season.
Yeah, well, this past week we've had Soundwave, we've had Big Day Out, we've had Laneway festivals, all come out with really big announcements. You've had Soundgarden, the likes of those kind of guys, Feist, and Falls Festival's now chipped in. They've dropped in Group Love, the Californian five-piece, so they should be pretty funky, make Falls a bit more interesting. Electro, we've got the Naked and Famous from New Zealand. I don't know much of those guys, so it would be cool to check them out. And we've got the first Tasmanian band of the festival, which is the Scientists of Modern Music. They're recording the follow-up to their Electronic Sunset EP, and they, have been due for a festival set for a while. They haven't played much in the last 2 years, and it'll be nice to see those guys. And I guess it's also worth pointing out that you've still got about 2.5 weeks to vote for the Soul Stickers in our Foster a Band comp for Falls. So check out our website for the link. You can get their whole album for free at the moment. So yeah, should be cool.